It's week 2 of the 2024 season, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Saints and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
And he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, where he finished as a runner-up in the MVP chase after throwing for over 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, and less than 10 interceptions for the first time in a few years. An integral part of the Cowboys' run to the playoffs. He's hoping to take it a step further here in 2024.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
And Lamb took his game a step further a season ago with career highs in yards, touchdowns, and catches. 135, the most in the league. He wears number 88 on his jersey. That means he is wide receiver 1 for the Dallas Cowboys. The next thing he wants to add, leading his team to a Super Bowl.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll throw again. Prescott. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. And able to get this out to the 25. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and 2nd in black and gold.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in Week 1. with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Holding offense.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. Here's Carr to throw. There's Chris Olave. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. A look at the numbers last week for Olave. He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Carr now to throw. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Try to get that one to Chris Olave, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
3rd and 9 here. Throwing now is Carr. That is caught. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Carr. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. officially, it's an 82-yard kick return, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with, and they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage and a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Down to about the 45.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Carr gonna throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Prescott off play action. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Take it at the 37. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Now Carr.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Now Carr.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
Kamara up the middle.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw his Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, an all-out battle on 4th and goal, offense versus defense, and the offense won it.
And I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they playing the run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation? Give the offensive guys a lot of credit. I just wonder what the defensive guys were thinking.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ferguson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Prescott. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now Prescott.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And again, it's Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Marshawn Lattimore finding his way behind the line and to the football.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start. Offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Play action now. Prescott.
That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he's stopped for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams, because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Kamara trying the right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. On the counter, here's Kamara. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Saints have taken the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Prescott now.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Will Harris.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now the focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Caught. It's Wilson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Carr now to throw.
The pass caught by Olave.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On play action, Prescott. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Prescott to throw it.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Prescott yet again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33. They'll throw again. Prescott. And not able to get it that time. He'd hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
To throw is Prescott.
Fires a slant, complete to Tolbert.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high trap.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Powering his way forward.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Saints offense and Chris Olave getting set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Prescott.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
To the air again, Prescott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ferguson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, Prescott.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Holding offense.
Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. It was a veteran quarterback, Dak Prescott, who had it working in the first half. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Carr.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
From the gun, it's Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Carr going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Carr now to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, No, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Now Prescott.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Prescott now from the 50. And that's complete to Cooks. So the completion good for just 3. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Prescott down. It's caught. Tolbert. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Prescott to throw it.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. Fights loose. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
3rd and 4.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now Carr.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Carr. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Here's Carr to throw.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now, Carr again.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
2nd and 6.
A give. This is Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
He gets it to Cooks.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. And Cooks has it over the middle.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Prescott.
Tolbert hauls in the out route.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
There again is Cooks, complete. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Prescott now, option right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
From back at their own 10-yard line.
And he'll start with a give to Kamara.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Carr going to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
Here's Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Prescott.
Right back to Tolbert.
And he's taken down inside the 30. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Prescott to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
3rd down and 13.
Shotgun now for Carr.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing now is Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
To throw is Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Now Carr.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He's got it. Touchdown.
Chris Olave
with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And the point after, good by Groupie.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Prescott now.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Elliott running right.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Approach defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Still
Stay
second
alert,
down.
don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Ferguson.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Going right back to Ferguson.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Play action now, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
Carr.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw, it's Carr. He completes it to Wilson. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Carr now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Again, it's Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
Here's 1st and 10.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's first down. Throwing his car. Slant pass complete to Olave.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's Carr. That's caught by Johnson.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Carr to throw.
Touchdown, Saints! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Now Carr. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.